Region of Halton is covering an incredible amount for homelessness at this point in the millions of dollars, just to make sure that every homeless person in Halton region has a place to stay, which we actually do have. So we actually meet the threshold criteria of having somewhere for everyone, but it's very costly to our residents and it goes on their tax bill. In fact, Halton region, this is why I'm not so worried about downloading versus uploading, Steve, or who does what. I mean, it's many pockets, same pair of jeans. And the key is that the money comes from somewhere and it comes from the appropriate place. So based on Ontario's own commitments, they're going to owe Halton region over $35 million in 2025. And for all of the things, commitments that they said that they would cover for us, things like social programming, housing, homelessness, paying for the cost of growth, all of that adds up to over $35 million in 2025.
And that's not unique to Halton in Ontario. Last week, AMO released a study looking at homelessness in Ontario, and a part of that was also who's paying for it. And what we saw was that municipalities are really stepping in to do their part, and the provincial government is missing in action.
Time for another chart. Where Ontario municipal revenue comes from. And this circles back to what Enid was saying just a little while ago. Property taxes, look at that, almost $27 billion in property taxes are collected, which is half of where municipalities get their money, 50.9%. Go to the bottom left of that chart, user fees, on conservation areas, that type of thing. $12.4 billion worth of revenues on that. That's about a quarter. And then this whole thing, other, almost $14 billion or a quarter of the revenue stream as well from other things. Lindsay, what does that mean? What's other?
It includes both federal and provincial transfers, but also in there is DCs, development charges. Obviously a hot topic over the past couple of years. But when we look at the DC question, we did a calculation, and for Ontario to make up the revenues in property taxes that we charged in DCs last year, the revenues from property taxes would have to increase by 20%.
Well, that's not on, obviously.
Well, we don't think so.